Bowling rocks and fires. Ball is high. That runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brits. Bowling sets herself, delivers the 2-2, rip foul down the right field line and out of play. Two with 1 out. Bottom of the first, 1 run in for the Lady Cardinals. We're looking to get some more here. Bowling rocks and fires outside, ball 3. We got a full count to Brits. Bowling sets herself and fires the 3-2 pitch. That's down and away, ball 4. That's going to be a walk. That's going to put runners on first and second for the Lady Cardinals.
2 on and 1 out. That brings to the plate number 22, Emmy Rice.
Number 22, Emmy Rice, is going to step to the plate, batting .375, 40 plate appearances, 15 hits, 26 RBIs, 9 home runs on the season, walked 17 times, and struck out 11. There's the pitch. That ball is up on a rise ball for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on the count to Rice. Bowling rocks and fires. That's going to stay down. In. 2 balls, no strikes. Bowling fires. Ripped down the left field line and foul. 2 balls and a strike to Rice. Here's a high pop-up coming back toward the screen, and the catcher Samples is going to squeeze it for out number 2.
To play with 2 outs.
So both catchers have gotten involved in this game already, both of them catching a pop fly out to them. So with 2 out, that's going to bring Addie Baker to the plate. And she's got 50 appearances at the plate, 17 hits, 17 RBIs. There's a line drive, or a little short liner to right field, and that's going to be caught for out number 3, and that's going to end it for the Lady Cardinals. 1 run on 2 hits with 2 runners left on. At the end of 1, South Laurel 1, Clay County nothing. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, contact Sean Disney with USA Realty. With 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 3 years experience as a top multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to your success. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to help make your real estate dreams come true. Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer,
The second inning for the Tigers, number 21, Olivia Hoskins.
Olivia Hoskins going to lead off the Tigers' top half of the second inning. As Williams toes the rubber, rocks and fires. Ball's a little outside. 1 ball and no strikes for Hoskins, top of the second inning on leading off here. Hoskins is batting .257 on the season. Here's the pitch. It's up and away, ball 2. line ground ball to short. Across it goes to first in time, and that's going to be ground out 6-3 for the first out of the Lady Tigers. It's going to bring up Presley Griffin, bat for the Lady Tigers. Griffin batting .286 on the season. As Williams rocks and fires, that one floats up and out. Williams rocks and fires. That fouls straight back. That's going to run the count even at 1-1. 1-0. Lady Cardinals leading. Top of the second inning. From the campus of South Laurel High School as Williams rocks and fires the 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Griffin. Griffin on the season, 35 plate appearances, 10 hits, 10 RBIs, 5 walks, and 13 strikeouts to go with her .286 batting average. Williams rocks, fires the 1-2. Line drive, base hit to left field. So that's going to put a runner on for the Lady Tigers here in the top half of the second inning.
1 on, 1 out.
That's going to bring Emmy Reynolds, number 12, for the Lady Tigers. .258 on the season, 31 plate appearances, 8 hits, 1 RBI, 2 doubles, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Williams rocks, fires high and away for a ball. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner over at first for the Lady Tigers. Williams gets your sign from the dugout or set of numbers. Rocks and fires the 1-0. In at the knees, outside edge for a call strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Williams rocks, fires, swing and a miss by Reynolds, and that's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Williams rocks and fires. That's going to stay high and wide. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Two with 1 out. Top of the second for the Lady Tigers. Williams rocks, fires. That's going to be dribbled foul. We'll run the 2-2 pitch over again. Balls are probably going to be a little damp here and there as it's rained most of the day today, but this turf field, it dries out rather quickly. Williams, 2-2. Fly ball down the right field line, and that's going to be just out of the reach of the first baseman and fall foul, and we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Likens gave it a chase and came up just short. Griffin standing over at first for the Lady Tigers. 2-2 pitch on its way. Ground ball to shortstop. Flip to second for 1. They won't try the double play ball, so they get the force out at second for out number 2. That'll go down as a fielder's choice for Reynolds. And that'll bring Sydney Stewart to the plate for the Lady Tigers. And Stewart on the season is batting .184, 38 plate appearances, 7 hits, 6 RBIs, 11 strikeouts. 2 out, top of the second, 1-0. Lady Cardinals in front. Here's the pitch, going to float high and away for a ball. Williams rocks and fires the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and that's going to even the count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stewart. As Randall is stationed down at first for the Lady Tigers. Here comes the 1-1. Rise ball outside, but she swung at it, so that's going to come down as strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stewart. Williams, set yourself. Rocks, fires, swing and a miss, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. And for the Lady Tigers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1.5, South Laurel 1, Clay County nothing. We'll be right back.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Number 15, Sky Lawson.
Leading off for the home half of the 2nd inning for the Lady Cardinals is Sky Lawson. She comes into today's game batting .250, swinging a miss on Boland's first pitch for a strike. That's in for a strike, number 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Lawson. Here's a swing and a dribbler foul. That's Lawson's 48 plate appearances, 12 hits, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs, 9 walks, and 16 strikeouts. She's 5 for 5 on the bases, has stolen base attempts. No balls, 2 strikes to Lawson. Bowling, rocks, fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up number 3, the first baseman, Audrey Likens. 49 plate appearances, 10 hits, 7 RBIs, 1 double, 1 triple, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts, batting .204. Bowling, rocks, and fires, swing and a miss by Likens. Bowling, set yourself, rocks, fires. Here's a pop-up coming back towards us, and it's going to be over our heads and out of play for strike 2 on a foul ball. So no balls, 2 strikes to Likens. 1 out, bottom of the 2nd inning, South up 1-0. 0-2 pitch on its way. Down and in, ball 1. So that runs the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Bowling sets herself and fires the 1-2. Here's a pop-up coming back toward the screen, and Samples is going to have room to make the play, and that's the second one she's caught behind home plate. So that's going to be a pop out to number 2 for the second out of the inning. Sadie Lewis coming to the plate.
Sadie Lewis.
And Lewis on the season, 35 plate appearances, 11 hits, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, batting .314 with 6 walks and 12 strikeouts. There's the first pitch in for a strike, no balls, and 1 strike on Lewis. Bolin sets herself and fires the 0-1. Up and outside a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. One on its way. And at the knees for a call strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bolin sets herself, fires the 1-2. Swing straight back, foul to the screen right in front of us. We'll do the 1-2 count over again. There's a swing and a foul off to the left-hand side, and we'll do the 1-2 all over again. One ball, 2 strikes to Lewis. Bolin toes the rubber, fires the 1-2. Down and away for a ball, and it evens the count at 2-2. Two count. Bolin fires. Pop straight back to the screen, and we'll do the 2-2 count all over again. Bolin throwing strikes. Lewis not liking them, fouling them back. Bolin sets herself and fires the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Has no runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Lady Cardinals. We're full to complete. Cardinals 1, Tigers nothing on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week, sponsored by Zach Davidson, Allstate Insurance, and American Cable.
Second mile behavioral health.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
And we're back on the campus of South Laurel High School. Clay County Lady Tigers in town, taking on the homestanding Lady Cardinals of South Laurel. We've 2 complete of this one, 1-0. Lady Cardinals.
24, Ella Samples.
Ella Samples will lead off the Tigers' top of the 3rd inning. Get you Samples numbers here in just a minute as Williams rocks and fires. That one's going to float up and away for a ball. And Samples comes in with a 206, 34 plate appearances, 7 hits, 1 RBI, 1 double, 5 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Williams fires. That's downstairs for a ball. Runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Williams sets herself and fires the 2-0. That's wide and high for ball 3. That's 3 balls and no strikes to Samples. .30 on its way from Williams. Right down Main Street, waist high for a call strike. 3 balls and a strike on Samples. There's a line drive, base hit, left center field. It's going to find a gap and get to the wall. Samples on her way to second. She's going to be in with a stand-up double for the Lady Tigers to lead off their third part of the third inning.
Number 3, Holly Hacker.
That's going to bring the designated player, Holly Hacker, to the plate.
Maddie Kraft hit a run.
And Maddie Kraft, number 13, is going to run for Samples. Out at second base for the Tigers. And Hacker on the season, batting .273, 6 for 22 at the plate with 6 RBIs, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Williams rocks and fires, fouled off to the right-hand side, and that's going to be a strike for Williams on Hacker. No balls, 1 strike is your count. Top of the third inning here from South Laurel High School. Williams sets herself, rocks and fires the 0-1. That's a little high and outside for ball 1. That'll run the count to 1-1. Williams fires the 1-1. That's going to be downstairs for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. This game was originally scheduled to be played at Clay County, but with the rain, the field conditions was unacceptable, so they moved it over to here. And they'll just flip later in the season. And Lady Cardinals will go to Clay County. 1-2 on its way, or 2-1 on its way. That's ball 3, gets away from the catcher. And over to third goes Kraft. It's pinch running for Samples. So that is 3 balls and a strike. And the Tigers are in business here in the top of the third inning with a runner at third. Three-one the count to Hacker. Williams toes the rubber, rocks and fires the 3-1. That's in at the knees for a strike, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So we got a full count here. And a money pitch coming up here. Williams toes the rubber, and here comes the 3-2. Foul ball in and out of the catcher's mitt. We'll do the 3-2 over again. Hacker digs in, waits for the 3-2. Williams delivers it. That's strike 3 call outside corner, and that's the first out of the inning for the Lady Tigers. Back to the top of the order for Madison Sizemore for the Lady Tigers. Kraft stationed down at third. 1 out, top of the third. Williams toes the rubber, rocks, fires, swing, foul back to the screen. And that'll be a 0-1 count coming up. Williams sets herself, fires the 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sizemore started to swing, decided to hold up, then said, okay, I'll swing anyway. 0-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for Williams, and that's a second strikeout of the inning for out number 2. That'll bring up Anna Samples, the shortstop, wearing number 15. As Anna Samples is batting .415, 17 for 41 on the season. 2 outs, top of the third. Williams Rocks, fires, fouled up and away to the right-hand side. That'll be 0-1 to count to Samples. Williams sets herself. Roxon fires the 0-1. Here's a fly ball down the right field line. Brett's giving chase over toward the bullpen, and that's going to fall out of play and run the count to no balls and 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third for the Lady Tigers. Williams toes the rubber. Roxon fires the 0-2. Outside and wide for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Samples. One ball, 2 strikes. Williams rocks, fires. There's a line drive out to right field, giving chase and caught out there by Brett. And that's going to do it for the Lady Tigers. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on. At the end of 2.5, South Laurel 1, Clay County nothing. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt and sponsored by American Cable and Zachary Davidson Insurance.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky. Give us a call today for a free quote. Thank you.
Quality, creativity, and customer service. That's what sets Curb Kings apart. Located in London, Kentucky, but serving all the 13th region and southeastern Kentucky, we are your go-to when looking for top-notch quality. If you want your landscaping to truly stand out, quality, creativity, and customer.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Cardinals. Number 7, Bailey Frazier.
Bailey Frazier stepping to the plate for the Lady Cardinals, top of the third. Got a base hit in the first inning, came around to score the only run. Boland's pitch is in at the knees, outside edge for a call strike. Boland sets herself and fires. That's down and away for a ball. Runs the count even at 1-1 now on Frazier. Frazier into the day's game, batting .440, 22 for 50 on the season. So that's went up a little bit. There's the pitch outside and low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now on Frazier. Boland rocks and fires the 2-1. Outside and low for ball 3. Runs the count to 3-1. So Frazier in the driver's seat as far as the count goes. 3 balls, 1 strike, no out. Bottom of the third inning for the Lady Cardinals, the leadoff batter. Boland sets herself, rocks, fires, swing and a miss by Frazier, and that's going to run the count even at full count, 3-2. Action pitch on its way, 3-2 count. Boland fires it, and that's low for a ball, and she's going to have runner on, Lady Cardinals, a runner on first base as Frazier draws a walk.
Number 11, Morgan Jackson.
It's going to bring up Morgan Jackson for the Lady Cardinals, batting .375, 18 for 48. She lined out to left field her first at bat. Boland rocks and fires, swing and a miss, throw down towards second base. And that's going to be another stolen base there for Frazier, her second of the game. That pitch was a little low for the catcher to handle. Rocks fires. Here's a fly ball down the left field line, giving chase. It's going to drop foul. Apparently, the umpire called that first pitch on the outside edge. I thought it was a little low, but we'll change our mathematics here, and it's 0-2 count. Bolin sets herself to deliver to Jackson. There's a rocket down the left field line, and that's way out of play foul. So we'll do the 0-2 count over again. No balls, 2 strikes on Jackson. Lady Cardinal, bottom of the 3rd inning. Bolin rocks, fires. There's a fly ball deep down the left field line. Now that's going to be caught in foul territory. Quickly back into the field of play with it. And holding the runner out at second base. Kenzie Williams stepping to the plate now. Double to center her first trip up with an RBI. There's Bolin, rocks and fires. That's downstairs for a ball. Bolin, rocks and fires, swing and a miss on a rise ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count now to Williams. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bolin rocks, fires, foul straight back to the screen in front of us for strike number 2. That'll run the count to 1-2 on Williams. Williams would like to get herself a base hit and add a run to it with a little insurance to help her own cause. Bolin rocks, fires, swing and a miss. That's going to be out number 2. It's going to bring up Riley Betts to the plate.
With 2 outs. Number 5, Riley Betts.
She drew a walk on her first trip to the plate. So no official at-bats for today's game. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Lady Cardinals up 1-0. Bolin sets herself, rocks, fires. Rise ball stays high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bolin rocks and fires. That one's fouled off to the left. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Bretts. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Brett yourself. Fires 1-1. House ball is upstairs. 2 balls in a strike. Two balls in a strike. Ball fires. Pop foul off to the left side and out of play. It's going to run the count even at 2-2. Bolin sets herself, deliver the 2-2. Rise ball upstairs, runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Bretts. Three-two pitch on its way. Outside and wide for a ball, and that's going to walk Bretts for the second time of the game. Put runners on first and second with 2 outs. That's going to bring Emmy Rice to the plate for the Lady Cardinals.
Number 22, Emmy Rice.
Emmy Rice batting .375 with 9 home runs, 15 for 40. coming into it. She popped out to the catcher her first appearance at the plate. Bowling, rocks, fires. That's going to be down and in for a ball. Bowling, set yourself. Rocks and fires the 1-0. That's in at the knees on the inside edge for a call strike. 1-1. Rice fires, or Bowling fires it inside and low. 2 balls and a strike now to Rice. Bowling rocks and fires. There's a ground ball foul past third. It's going to run the count even at 2-2. Brett's at first and Frazier out at second. For the Lady Cardinals, 2-2 count with 2 outs, bottom of the third inning from South Laurel High School. Bowling sets herself. Rocks and fires the 2-2. That's low, ball 3. So full count now to Rice. As the base runners will be off and moving on this pitch. Bowling toes the rubber. Rocks and fires the 3-2, and that's going to be high ball 4. And that's going to load the bases for the Lady Cardinals and going to bring up Addie Baker to the plate.
The bases are loaded for number 10, Addie Baker.
Baker 0 for 1 tonight.
Kennedy Nolan into run for Emmy.
And Kennedy Nolan in to run for Rice. First pitch to Baker. Call strike. A fly ball left field, tracking it over the left fielder's head, bounces off the wall, 1 run in, 2 runs in, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Addie Baker.
The 2-run double by Baker. Brings to the plate, number 15, Sky Lawson.
It's going to bring to the plate Sky Lawson for the Lady Cardinals as they move in front now 3-0. Here's the pitch up and high to Lawson for a ball. Bowling fires. Swing and a miss. Going to even up the count at 1-1. Lawson struck out swinging in the second inning. Bowling sets herself and fires. That's going to be inside and low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Baker at second base and Rice with a pinch runner. There's a fly ball field. Can't under it out there. Left fielder. She's going to make the catch, and that's going to do it. But the Cardinals get 2 runs.
Cardinals had on 2 runs. A big hit by Addie Baker.
On 1 hit. They're going to leave 2.
Going to the top of the 4th inning. Bowling, Hoskins, and Griffin.
And at the end of 3, South Laurel 3, Clay County nothing. You're listening to the 13th Region Media L4 Security Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt, sponsored by Zach Davidson, Allstate Insurance.
Quality, creativity, and customer service. That's what sets Curb Kings apart. Located in London, Kentucky, but serving all the 13th region and southeastern Kentucky, we are your go-to when looking for top-notch quality. If you want your landscaping to truly stand out, our custom curbing is what you need. With many different designs, styles, and colors, true curb appeal can now be obtained at an affordable price, yet long-lasting solution. With over 25 years experience, let Josh Maxey and his crew help you through your next outdoor project while making it one of the most enjoyable upgrades yet. Our customer service and reliability will always be second to none, as we will constantly go the extra mile for your satisfaction. Call us today for a consultation and free estimate. Today is the day to take your outside entertainment area to the next level. Call Josh Maxey at 606-224-0715 or Cam Maxey at 606-231-2810. We also want to wish all student athletes of the 13th region a very successful and healthy season.
1 ball, 1 strike as we back to the top of the 4th inning. There's going to be a ground ball foul, run the count to 1-2 for Bowling. Top of the 4th inning for the Lady Tigers. Williams rocks, fires, and that's a swing and a miss. That's going to be a strikeout for Bowling. That's going to bring up Olivia Hoskins to the plate for the Lady Tigers. Hoskins on the season, .257 batting average. Williams rocks and fires. That's going to be up and away for a ball. The pitch is going to be downstairs. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes to Hoskins. Grounded out to short, their first at bat in the 2nd inning. Williams rocks and fires. That's going to be out and up for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to Hoskins. Williams sets herself and fires the 3-0. That's going to be outside and wide for ball 4. That's going to bring Presley Griffin to the plate for the Lady Tigers. And Griffin is batting .286 on the season. 10 for 35 at the plate. Pitch from Williams is wide for a ball. Williams delivers the 1-0. Inside corner, knee high for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Griffin. Williams fires the 1-1. There's a rip down the third base line foul. That's going to run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Williams 1-2. Little blooper to short. Picked up, fires across to first. That one goes wild. On her way to third is Hoskins. And that's going to be an E6. That's going to put Griffin over at first base. Williams sets herself, fires. That one's up and away to Reynolds for a ball. Williams sets herself and fires the 1-0. Ground ball right back to Williams. Looking to run her back. She gets back to third, and that's going to load the bases for the Lady Tigers. That's going to be a fielder's choice.
Number 0, Sydney Stewart.
The runner at third was not far enough away to do anything with, and that's going to bring up Sydney Stewart with the bases full of Lady Tigers. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Williams rocks, fires, tried to bunt. It's going to roll foul. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Williams. There's a fly ball pop up toward second base. That's an infield fly rule, so that batter is going to be out for out number 1.
2 outs.
Runners hold. Actually, 2 outs.
Number 24, Ella Samples.
So 2 outs. Bases still full of Lady Tigers with Ella Samples stepping to the plate. She had a double to center field her last at bat. Williams rocks, fires. Foul ball off to the right-hand side for a strike. Williams rocks and fires the 0-1. Line drive back up the middle for a base hit. 1 run in for the Lady Tigers. They're going to hold the runner at third. So that's going to be an RBI for Samples. That's going to leave the bases still loaded of Lady Tigers. As Hoskins trots in to score. The Lady Tigers' first run of the game, 3-1 now. And that's going to bring Holly Hacker. Here's a ground ball wide of first for a foul. No balls and a strike to Hacker. Lady Tigers, top of the 4th inning, 1 run in, bases loaded, 2 outs. 0-1 the count. Williams sets herself, rocks, fires. Fly ball down the right field line, and that's going to curl foul. Roll against the fence. No balls and 2 strikes to Hacker. Hacker struck out looking in the 3rd inning. Williams sets herself and fires the 0-2, swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for the Tigers. They get 1 run on 1 hit. 3 runners left on base. An error for the
1 run on 1 hit. 3 runners left on base. Let's go to the bottom.
Lady Cardinals. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Game of the Network. Presented by Martin Peterbilt and sponsored by Zach Davidson Allstate Insurance and American Cable.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is a number 1 priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton and their staff have over 60 years experience in the industry, and they're currently protecting over 12 states. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
And back here at South Laurel High School for Clay County versus South Laurel. Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Lady Cardinals up 3-1. Clay County with a golden opportunity in the top of the 4th, but only could push 1 run across. We're standing at 3-1 now.
Number 3, Audrey.
Audrey Likens will step in to lead up for the Lady Cardinals. Sun is creeping out. Clouds are moving away a little bit. Temperature on the rise, humidity as well. Bowling fires, fouls straight back to the screen for a strike on line. 0-1 is Likens 204, 10 for 49 on the season. Popped out to the catcher her first time up. There's a foul straight back, so that's going to run the count to 0-2. Her first plate appearance was in the second inning. Oh, 2 pitch from Bolin. Little flare. It's going to be caught by Bolin for the first out of it. That's going to bring to the plate Sadie Lewis, designated player. She's batting .314 coming into today's game, 11 for 35. She's over 1 on the game. That's Bolin at herself. Rocks and fires. Foul straight back to the screen for a strike. Bolin sets herself and fires the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Lewis. 0-2 the count now. Rise ball, pretty good heat on it. Just couldn't catch up with it. Bolin sets herself as the 0-2. High pop up, coming back toward the screen. That's going to be out of play, banging off the bleachers to our left. Sets herself and fires the 0-2. Checked her swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bolin fires the 1-2, and that's a swing and a miss for a strikeout, and out number 2. And the Lady Cardinal.
With 2 outs. Brings to the plate.
Second inning.
Number 7.
Back to the top of the order. Bailey Frazier now for the Lady Cardinals. She's 1 for 1. Scored twice and also drew a walk in the third inning. Base hit to the pitcher in the first inning. A little bug bunt, if you will. Bolin fires high and away. Bolin's at south and fires the 1-0. Down away ball. One pitch or 2-0 pitch, foul straight back to the 2 balls and a strike now to Frazier. Two one on its way from Bolin. Down and away, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Frazier. 2 out, bottom of the 4th, 3-1 South. Bolin rocks, fires. Rise ball, caught the top of the strike zone for a strike, ball, and that runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bowling rocks and fires. Line drive, base hit, center field. That's going to find a gap and get to the wall. On our way into second with a stand-up double is Frazier. So a 2-out hit for the Lady Cardinals. They're in business now. Going to bring up Morgan Jackson
And 1 on.
to the plate.
Just play for South. Number 11, Morgan Jackson.
Bowling fires. Ball's popped straight up, and it's going to get back behind us out of play for a foul ball, and that's going to be a strike. No balls and a strike now to Jackson, with Frazier standing out at second base. Here's the pitch, down and in. Runs the count even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Frazier at second. Jackson awaits the pitch. Bowling delivers. Ground ball foul past third. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Jackson. The 1-2 on its way. Line drive, and it's going to be a.
Let me
In the score comes Jackson, still on her horse. All the way around to third base goes Morgan. So that's going to be a double and probably a throwing error on the center or left fielder.
Number 14, Kenzie Williams.
He's going to get an RBI out of that. So that's going to push the runs to 4-1. We've got a meeting of the minds on the mound, and we'll take a short break with them.
Let me introduce you to the good folks at American Cable. They are your premier dish network provider here for Southeast Kentucky. They have packages right now starting as low as $91.99 a month, and you get Netflix free for 2 years. Call the good folks at American Cable, 606-712-4203. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
And we're back with a pitching change. Olivia Hoskins is going to take the mound now for the Lady Tigers. She's appeared in 7 games, pitched 22 innings, 21 hits, 20 runs, 13 earned, walked 24, struck out 13 with a 2-1 record with a 4.41 ERA. So we've got a pitching change, and Kenzie Williams steps to the plate for the Lady Cardinals. Rocks and fires, ground ball to first, and that's going to do it for the Lady Cardinals as they get a run on 1 hit.
1 run.
1 runner left on base with an error involved in that one.
1 runner left on base. Head to the top of the 5th. Sizemore, Samples, and
You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt, sponsored by Zach Davidson, Allstate, and American Cable.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
And a correction on the scoring in the fourth inning for the Cardinals. They had 2 hits, not one. They had 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base. So far in the game, Cardinals 4 runs, 5 hits. Clay County's committed an error, and the Lady Cardinals have left 5 on base. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error by the Cardinals, and 5 left on base for the Lady Tigers. Williams fires. That ball is low to Madison Sizemore, leading off the Tiger 5th inning. Williams pitch, foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a call strike, outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, top of the 5th. 4-1, Lady Cardinals in front. Williams sets herself and fires the 1-2. Good change up for strike 3. And down goes Sizemore swinging. That's going to bring up Anna Samples to the plate for the Lady Tigers. And Samples came into this game batting .415. She's 0 for 2, popped out to the catcher and flied out to right field in the 3rd inning. Williams rocks and fires. There's a pop up to second base, and that's going to be secured out there by Lawson for out number 2.
Number 11, Abby Bowling.
Number 11, Abby Bowling to the plate now for the Tigers with 2 outs. And Bowling batting .297, 11 for 37 on the season. Pitches up and away for a ball. She's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 4th inning. Williams fires the 1-0. That's high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes is your count. 2 Bowling. 2 out, top of the 5th for the Tigers. Bowling or Williams rocks and fires, and that's called strike. So that's 2 balls and a strike now. Williams fires the 2-1. Rocketed foul toward the dugout, first base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Bowling. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams fires. Line drive, foul pass first against the dugout wall. We'll do the 2-2 count again. Williams gets her sign from the dugout, rocks and fires the 2-2. Fouled off right side again. Two pitch from Williams. High fly ball down the right field line, and that's going to drop just out of the reach of Brett's. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bowling. Williams rocks, fires. Down and in, ball 3, runs the count full now. Williams loads up, swing and a miss by Bowling, and that's going to be out number 3. That's going to do it for the Tigers in their part of the 5th. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt and sponsored by Zach Davidson Allstate Insurance and American Cable.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Cardinals, number 5, Riley Brett.
Riley Brett's going to lead off the Lady Cardinals bottom half of the 5th inning. As Olivia Hoskins is back on the mound for the Lady Tigers. She sets herself, rocks, fires. That's downstairs and low for a ball. Hoskins fires, waist high, middle of the plate for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Hoskins sets herself and fires the 1-1. Down and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Hoskins fires the 2-1. Down and away, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now to Bretts. Three one on its way. That's down and in for ball 4. That's going to draw a leadoff walk for Bretts and bring up number 22, Emmy Rice. That's Rice batting .375. First pitch is in for a call strike. No balls and a strike now. The number 5 hitter in the Cardinal lineup. As Hoskins sets herself and fires the 0-1. Way wide and outside to the backstop it goes. And down goes Bretts to second base. We're going to call that a wild pitch. She went sliding in pretty hard and heavy, and we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a break while they tend to Bretts out at second base. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week, sponsored by Zach Davidson Allstate and American Cable.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, contact Sean Disney with USA Realty. With 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 3 years experience as a top multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to your success. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to help make your real estate dreams come true. Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
She's gonna try to get up.
Let's see what's going on.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky. Give us a call today for a free quote. Thank you.
That's a me right there. We're gonna have a pinch runner for Brett's.
Jackson comes in to run for Riley.
It's gonna be Piper Jackson gonna go out to second base. Folks, keep South Laurel player Riley Bretts in your prayers as he's suffered some sort of injury. I don't want to speculate, but it's got something to do with her left leg. We'll try to get you an update if we can, and I'll have an update after the game is over. If we can get a chance to talk to the coaches. We're back here with a 1-1 count to Amy Rice, the catcher for the Cardinals. As Hoskins sits, and that's going to be a foul ball off to the right-hand side. That's going to be a 1-2 count now. One ball, 2 strikes. Jackson stationed out at second. Pinch running for Bretts. No outs. Bottom of the Cardinal 5th inning. Hoskins. Here's a high towering pop up behind first base. And that's going to bounce between players and kick toward the dugout. And that's going to move Jackson over to third. That one was right out in no man's land.
2-1. Brings to the plate, number 10, Eddie Baker.
And runners on the corners now for the Cardinals. Addie Baker steps to the plate. She's 1 for 1 on the evening. double to left field her last at bat. As Hoskins rocks and fires. That's a foul ball. It's going to be no balls and a strike to Baker. Here's the next pitch. Change up in there at the knees for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Baker. Runners on first and third for the Lady Cardinals in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hoskins rocks and fires. There's a little floater, and it's going to be caught out there by the second baseman. Tagging up and coming in to score is Jackson.
With 1 out. To play for South, number 15, Sky Lawson.
Sky Lawson to the plate. For the Lady Cardinals with 1 out. And Rice. Hoskins rocks, fires, a bunt attempt, popped up, caught by the pitcher. As her and the catcher collide, but that's going to be 2 out in the 5th inning.
With 2 out. To the plate for South. Number 3, Audrey.
Audrey Likens. We got a pinch runner over at first, and I can't make the numbers at number 2. I think that's Kennedy Nolan over there at first, pinch running for, or courtesy running, I should say, for Rice, the catcher. 2 outs, 1 run in for the Cardinals. Outside edge for a call strike to Likens. Hoskins rocks and fires. That's downstairs for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Five-1. Bottom of the 5th inning. Lady Cardinals out in front. Hoskins toes the rubber. Fires the 1-1. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher over to first, and that's going to do it for the Lady Cardinals. They've got 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, and they're going to leave a runner. At the end of 5, South Laurel 5, Clay County 1. You're listening to the 13th Region Media L4 Security Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt and sponsored by Allstate Insurance, Zach Davidson, and American Cable.
Quality, creativity, and customer service. That's what sets Curb Kings apart. Located in London, Kentucky, but serving all the 13th region and southeastern Kentucky, we are your go-to when looking for top-notch quality. If you want your landscaping to truly stand out, our custom curbing is what you need. With many different designs, styles, and colors, true curb appeal can now be obtained at an affordable price, yet long-lasting solution. With over 25 years experience, let Josh Maxey and his crew help you through your next outdoor project while making it one of the most enjoyable upgrades yet. Our customer service and reliability will always be second to none, as we will constantly go the extra mile for your satisfaction. Call us today for a consultation and free estimate. Today is the day to take your outside entertainment area to the next level. Call Josh Maxey at 606-224-0715 or Cam Maxey at 606-231-2810. We also want to wish all student athletes of the 13th region a very successful and healthy season.
Williams rocks and fires. That's going to be in at the knees, outside edge for a call strike. 0-1 is your count. There's the pitch. Swinging a foul ball straight back. That's going to be 0-2. Williams, and that's going to be a line drive down the left field line as Hoskins scampers towards second, and she's going to pull up at second base with a leadoff double to get the Tigers' sixth inning started.
Number 14, Presley Griffin.
And that's going to bring Presley Griffin to the plate for the Lady Tigers. She reached in the fourth inning on an error on the shortstop and got a base hit in the first inning to left field, and that pitch is outside and wide for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Griffin. Williams rocks and fires. That's outside and wide, gets away from the catcher and down to third base goes Hoskins. 2 balls, no strikes to Griffin. Williams rocks and fires. That's inside and low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes now to Griffin. After a leadoff double by Hoskins and a wild pitch, she's standing over third base. 3-0 count on its way, and that's high and wide. And that's going to put runners on first and third for the Lady Tigers.
Number 12, Amy Reynolds.
Going to bring up Amy Reynolds now. She is 0 for 2 with a two fielder's choice. Williams rocks and fires. Outside edge for a call strike. No balls and a strike to Reynolds. As Williams rocks and fires. Swing and a miss by Reynolds. That's no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging for the first out. That's going to bring Sydney Stewart to the plate for the Lady Tigers. Swing and a miss by Stewart. No balls and a strike. Ball is down and away. Runs the count to 1-1. One delivery in at the knees for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stewart. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. 5-1, Lady Cardinals in front. Williams rocks, fires, line drive, caught by the second baseman, throws down to third. The ball gets away. She gets back safe, and the runner from first is going to head on up to second base. So we've got 2 outs now on that line out to the second baseman. Runners on second and third. And that's going to bring up Ella Samples to the plate. That first pitch is down and away for a ball. Samples is 2 for 2 with an RBI, double in the 3rd inning and a single, both of them to center field in the 4th inning. There's a swing and a miss. Ball gets by the catcher, but not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. Runs the count to 1-1. Base hit here may plate 2 Tigers, and if it does, that'll make this one real tight and real interesting. 5-1 Cardinals in front. Top of the 6th inning, 2 out, 1-1 count. Williams, good change-up pitch, swing and a miss samples, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Williams fires, swing and a miss, and there's strike 3. So the Tigers is going to strand 2. No runs on 1 hit. We go to the middle of the 6th inning, 5-1 Cardinals. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Player Game of the Week, presented by Martin Peterbilt and sponsored by Zach Davidson Allstate Insurance and American Cable.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is a number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton and their staff have over 60 years experience in the industry, and they're currently protecting over 12 states. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Check your text. I got you. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for South, number 13, Sadie Lewis.
And Sadie Lewis steps to the plate to lead off the 6th inning for the bottom of the 6th, I should say, for the Lady Cardinals. Ball's down and away, runs the count to 1-1. One pitch from Hoskins. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Two one from Hoskins. Swing, foul straight back to the screen. Going to run the count to 2-2. That's outside and low for a ball. That's going to run the count full to Lewis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to put it on base with a walk to start the
To the plate for South, number 7, Bailey Frazier.
back to the top of the lineup for Bailey Frazier, with Lewis camped down at first base. Pitch is down and away from Hoskins. Ball 1. Hoskins down and away. And that's going to be ball two. 2 balls and no strikes on Frazier. There's a ground ball. Slow dribbler picked up by the third baseman. Fires across, and it's late. That's going to be a base hit for Frazier, and that's going to put 2 runners on.
2-1, no out.
But nobody out.
11, Morgan Jackson.
Number 11, Morgan Jackson to the plate. Hoskins rocks and fires. There's a little dribbler toward first. Pitcher picks it up, throws across to 1, and that's going to be the first out, and the runners will move up. That's going to bring Kenzie Williams to the plate for the Lady Cardinals, looking for a little insurance.
Kenzie Williams.
Pitches in for a strike. No balls and a strike on Williams. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Hoskins fires down low, and it's in. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Williams. One pitch on its way from Hoskins. It's down low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Hoskins fires the 2-1. There's a ground ball back up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run in, 2 runs in for the Cardinals. So a 2-run RBI single for Williams. That pushes the Cardinal lead to 7-1. That'll bring up Piper Jackson to bat for Riley Bretz, that was injured in the last inning, sliding into second base. Hope to have a post-game update on her before we sign off. Hoskins, there's a bunt attempt by Jackson. It's a fair ball. Way late going to first with it. That's going to be a bunt single.
Bunt single by Piper Jackson. Brings to the plate, number 22, Emmy Rice.
And runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Emmy Rice. She has walked once, popped out to the catcher, and had a single to right field her last at bat in the 5th inning. "7-1 now is your score, as South Laurel added 2 and still looking for more here in the bottom of the 6th. Hoskins fires in at the knees for a strike to Rice. Jackson at first, Williams out at second. Roxon fires. That's high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've actually got a pinch runner out at second base. Is that Nolan? Pinch runner at second base. Is that Nolan? Okay, I'll get the young lady's name in a minute. Kenley Engel is pinch running. And Rice hits that one high, towering fly ball off to the right side and out of play. Runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kenley Nolan running for Rice awaits the 1-2 pitch. Hoskins delivers. Ground ball. That's going to be foul past third. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 in the bottom of the 6th for the Lady Cardinals. Rice waiting on the 1-2 pitch from Hoskins. Here it comes. Down and away. He's going to run the count even at 2-2. Two pitch on its way. That's low for a ball. Runs the count full to Rice. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hoskins sets herself, fires the 2-2. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. It's going to move the runners up, and everybody's going to hold what they've got. And the bases are loaded now for the Cardinals, and that's going to bring up Addie Baker.
Number 10, Addie Baker.
Hoskins fires high and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Baker. Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runs in already for the Lady Cardinals. Bases loaded with Lady Cardinals. Here's a line drive. Going to be caught out there in center field. And we've got a double play out of that, and that's going to do it for the Lady Tigers. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Game of the Week presented by Martin Peterbilt, sponsored by Zach Davidson, Allstate Insurance, and American Cable.
After 6 complete innings.
Let me introduce you to the good folks at American Cable. They are your premier dish network provider here for Southeast Kentucky. They have packages right now starting as low as $91.99 a month, and you get Netflix free for 2 years. Call the good folks at American Cable, 606-712-4203. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Who you got leading off for the Tigers?
I had Hackers.
Okay. All right. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, 7-1 is your score. Lady Cardinals out in front as Williams looking to finish this one up. So far, she's held the Tigers to 1 run on 4 hits. She struck out 9 and only walked 2. But she can add to those numbers here as she fires the first pitch, swing and a miss by Hacker. Williams rocks and fires the 0-1 ground ball right back to Williams, fires over to first. And that's your first out of the 7th inning for the Tigers.
With 1 out. Number 5, Madison Sizemore.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Tigers and Madison Sizemore. She is 0 for 3, grounded out pitcher to first in the first inning, struck out third and the 5th inning. Williams fires it, and that's a swing and a miss for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Sizemore. Williams sets herself and fires the 0-1. Change up, swing and a miss, strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Sizemore. Here in the Lady Tigers, top of the 7th inning, 1 away. 7-1 is your score. South Laurel in front. Here's a ground ball to third. Fires across to first in time, and that's out number 2.
2 outs. To the plate, number 15, Anna Samples.
It's going to bring up Anna Samples with 2 outs for the Lady Tigers. She is 0 for 3. Popped out to the catcher, the first baseman, and flied out to right field. And here's a ground ball picked up by the third baseman, fires across, and that's going to be the ball game, folks. As the Lady Cardinals defeat the Lady Tigers 7-1. We'll be back with some final stats. We'll hear from all of our sponsors. We'll have our player of the game interview. Your final score, South Laurel 7, Clay County 1. You're listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week, sponsored by Zach Davidson Allstate Insurance and American Cable.
If you're headed home, have a safe trip.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin Insurance Agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, contact Sean Disney with USA Realty. With 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 3 years experience as a top multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to your success. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to help make your real estate dreams come true.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. Maybe that wasn't really play, but
That would have been my first.
yeah. Yeah, I almost had one against Corbin, and I almost had one other night.
So at Corbin you did?
Yeah.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Say something.
Okay. Yeah, we could tell.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
And we're back on our L4 Security, 13th Region Media Network, Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week. And as quick as I get the headset fixed here, we'll think we got it now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're here with South Laurel's pitcher, Miss Kenzie Williams. Congratulations, young lady. Outstanding game. My stats, which are not official, you allowed 1 run, 4 hits, struck out 9, and only walked 2 batters. Why didn't you get double digits and strikeouts?
They hit the ball.
And on offense, you went 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, so a pretty good day at the plate. What was your guys? I know this was supposed to have been over at Clay County today. When it got switched here, is there a mentality change with you guys going on the road versus playing at home, or walk us through that?
I don't really think I had a mentality change, but I just like playing home games. I like playing at our home place. I'm used to it. And it's always hard adjusting to a different field, so I like home games.
Okay. Before I forget, how's your teammate? How's Miss Brett's
I think she'll be okay. I think it's a sprained ankle.
Okay, good. We'll definitely keep her in her prayers. You guys bounce back tomorrow with a district game with Williamsburg coming into town. And then Thursday night, I think you've got Mercer County coming into town. Very quality Mercer County team coming to town. Give us a rundown of what you guys wanted to do today facing Clay County.
Well, I wanted to throw strikes to make them put the ball in play so my teammates could make plays, which is, I think, what we did really well. Everyone hustled making plays, and we also wanted to put the ball in play and score runs.
Okay, we're going to let you get back to your teammates. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're our 13th Region Media Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week Player of the Game. Thank you. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, from South Laurel High School. Your final score, South Laurel 7, Clay County 1. You've been listening to the L4 Security 13th Region Media Martin Peterbilt Game of the Week, sponsored by Zach Davidson, Allstate Insurance, and American Cable. Have a great night, folks.